And we are live. How is it going? How's it going, art enthusiasts and change makers? This is another week of Art for Change podcast. Today is Sunday, SoulFul SUndayz. And I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual. And we got Man Hatter Marshall in the building with us and my co-host.
Hey, y'all, look at me. Y'all already know it's your boy Be You. That's all you gotta do is be you. It's easy.
And tonight we got a special show for you, man. We got a special guest in tonight. We got West Philly's own music producer and co-owner and operator of the entertainment company Dead Wrong Entertainment record label with several albums released. Without further ado, man, let's welcome Azzan. What's up, my boy?
What's happening, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Good to be here. Good to be here.
All right, so I want to start by saying, hey, how everybody day went, Mister? How your day went?
My day, or you asking, man?
How your day went, Azzan?
My day went good. Shit, I didn't get shot, so I'm all right. I'm good as long as the day ends with me being okay and I'm blessed and I'm safe. That's good. It's a good day for me.
Sound like a good day.
I had to whoop nobody's ass. It was all good. Every day was good.
Oh, the fuck! Hey, this about to start all crazy. You be whooping ass?
I done whoop plenty of niggas' ass. I'm quick to put a knot on a nigga's noggin. It happened quick. Don't come my way. Shit.
hey, Mister, how your day went?
My day was blessed, brother. My blessed. Can't complain, fellas. You know what I mean? As long as I'm on this side of earth, it is all good.
And Marshall, how your day went, Marshall?
Productive. I was productive today.
What'd you do?
I ran some nephews to GameStop.
Okay.
Had to trade in video games.
All right. So, Azzan, tell us about your upbringing, and we're gonna start from the beginning. Tell us about your upbringing, like how you were brought up.
West Philly. I got two brothers. One, my older brother, I think he was on the show already, King Champs. It's my brother. So me and him, we got a younger brother. So us two, our mom and dad, pretty much just raised, of course, always believing in God, having that strong foundation. But, we always been involved in music and athletics. That was like our go-to, So it's always been a passion there, whether it's playing an instrument or, just being a fan of music in general, ever since like childhood. So yeah, that was pretty much what, our adolescence was made out of, athletics and music, really, entertainment period, but definitely music. It's always been a passion for music, and then, like I said, like sports, that was pretty much what it was growing up.
All right. So at what point did y'all realize that, okay, we're going to do music? And what was the inspiration? Like, what was it?
We kind of always messed around. Like my older brother started rapping first. He might have been like 11 or 12 or something like that. I'm a couple years younger than him. So when he started doing it, I started doing it too. But it was never like serious until we got like to high school. You know what I mean? He might have been like in 10th, 11th grade. I might have been like I might not even been in high school yet. I might only been in like 8th grade, but we started like really doing it serious and thinking like, hey, maybe we could do this. And then we started recording, pretty soon after that, But like you say, like what sparked the change, really just the love of hip hop, I could say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Album that personally changed my life, I could say, that really made me really want to do it was when I heard Illmatic for the first time. When I was like,
Nas.
That album did it for me when I was like 13, 14, and like changed it. I'd always loved hip hop before, like one of my favorite albums before that, like, because I always like study the greats, like The Chronic by Dre. That album was phenomenal.
Yes.
But Illmatic was the one, like it really, like just the way he was rapping on that album, the song structure, like it really like said like, yo, man, like this is hip hop at its purest form. So it was on from there pretty much, at least for me. Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you're a producer, but when I spoke to you, can you rap?
Yeah, if you've heard all the music, I rap on all of it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So
if you heard Rosa Corleone, I'm on there rapping. I
I
do the
heard you on that.
choruses.
I
Yeah.
heard you
So
on
I'm on a
the
song
hooks,
off there
on the
called
hook.
all the hooks. I'm on there. I'm on a track called Untouchable. I got a verse on it. If you heard Murder Files Volume 1, I got a song on there called Supreme that I do alone. Then we got Don't Fuck With It. Me and my brother, we do that. So I'm always doing choruses. I do the production. I pretty much just try to build the songs, put together the structure of the songs. Like I try to be like a producer in the truest sense, opposed to just being a beat maker. We just give somebody
Yeah.
the beat and then they have to build the song up from the ground up. Like the song is pretty much there already. When I come with the song, it's like the artist's job just to bring it to life. And from a
Yes.
rapper's perspective, I mean, I rap when needed. I wouldn't say like I'm a rapper on demand, but like, I mean, I write all my raps. So whenever it's time to show up and do it, I do it.
Okay. So all right. So with that being said, when did you start Dead Wrong Entertainment, and how did y'all come up with that name for your label?
Okay. We started Dead Wrong Entertainment, like unofficially, I could say probably like a decade ago, but like officially, like LLC, all that stuff, it's been about 3 years, I could say. And when you start talking about the name of it, of course, one of our favorite songs by Big was Dead Wrong. That was a classic record by Biggie, and we like loved that record. So the Dead Wrong name, and then it's like Against the Grain, and I feel like it's really almost a mission statement for what our label represents. I believe Dead Wrong, like we're dead wrong, we're like against the grain, or whatever the status quo is. The status quo is um, algorithms, analytics, people looking for people to go viral, music and talent not mattering as much. I feel like what we do at Dead Wrong, we do the complete opposite. We're like, hey, the talented people need to get the spotlight. They need to get the shine. I mean, you can have 1 million followers and your shit can sound like trash. So we don't give a fuck about
Yes.
that. It's like the
Yeah.
quality. So like we did wrong, we against the grain or whatever the status quo, what the music industry currently represents.
Yeah.
And what the entertainment industry currently represents, I could say on a grander scale. So yeah, that's pretty much what the name, like that was the initial genesis of the name, but then it became its own thing as time went on. Yeah. That's like what the mission statement is, I could say.
Okay. So all right.
I like
So
that.
when once y'all started, did y'all start like inheriting artists, or what's your process? If like you say a fire artist, and you're like, yo, come with us. Like, what's
Mhm.
your process of understanding that, or anything like that?
Just having an ear for talent, just knowing if somebody's dope and if they can fit whatever you're trying to build. A couple of the artists that are down with Dead Wrong, I mean, we've known them for a while. Like my man Black, I went to high school with him. Frio went to high school with my brother. So it's like a lot of friends, a lot of family. It's a lot of other dope artists that we've just met along the way. And it's like, do they really got skills? Do they have the talent? And do we know that it can coincide with what we putting together? And that's just how
Right.
we judge off of it. Like right now, it's pretty much just a primarily hip hop label, but we're going to be signing other genres soon. So it's really just talent, having an ear for talent, knowing what I think sounds good and what you think what the people will think sounds good. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much where we're coming from with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I what's your process of like from start to finish, be making a song or a beat or anything? Like, where's your inspiration coming from? What's your process? Or you just figure out like we're gonna do all this at once, or
It depends. Sometimes, I'll have a track already and I'll have an idea for how I want the track to come together.
yeah,
Sometimes, my brother or whoever else I'm working with, we could build the track from ground up. You know what I mean? Usually the production is always there. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll have a hook, sometimes I won't. Um, and it really is just like creatively, whatever the vibe is at that moment. But, when you start talking about the process of me building the track, it kind of is just inspiration. If I'm trying to if I'm listening to a sample and I feel like, oh, I could take this part and flip it, or if I'm coming up with my own original composition and I'm like, okay, this is dope. It's really just like in the heat of the moment, really. The
Yeah.
heat of the moment of creativity, I'll say. That's kind of how it all comes together. Yeah.
okay. So so you make music for the people. How does that translate into being a good social platform for you, and then in your society, like where you grew up at?
What I feel first and foremost is being a black man from West Philly, to give as many opportunities to people that look like me as possible. You know what I mean? You know, if you start talking about social change, what you want to first do is put some change in a nigga's pockets. Change a nigga pockets, change a nigga pockets from skinny to fat. You know what I mean? That's what we trying to do. So we trying to make everybody good, you know what I mean? And be able to show, you know, through our success, you know what I mean? That's why it's just a constant journey for us to just show eventually at the end of the tunnel, our success to be something that the youth can aspire to, something that they know they can do. Because it's really black entrepreneurship when you start talking about Dead Wrong Entertainment. It's not just a label. It's not just, you know, a crew of rappers or MCs. It's like something we're trying to make something that can go down as an all-time great entertainment company. So yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. So so with the rapping, because y'all do storytelling, does it take longer to do storytelling than just to say anything on a beat?
It really just depends like how the flow of the creativity is going. I mean, like sometimes initially the track can be, you know, you could write a verse in 5 minutes, or it could take 2 or 3 days. It depends like how much time you want to put into it or what kind of message you're trying to convey. But like storytelling, sometimes you can tell a story, you know, especially if you know how to rap. Like a lot of niggas don't know how to rap. So it can take them years to rap some shit that sound good. If you know how to rap, like you really know how to do it, it can take you 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops to write some shit like that. But it depends really like what you're going for. Like if you're a perfectionist or not. Like with us, we try to make sure the shit is as official as it can be. So we'll sit down and, you know, we might come back to it. But initially, yeah, like it won't take long. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have like starting out like most people do, money problems starting out a business? Like
yeah, it's always money problems.
How did you gain money, and like what was the problems like you would run into? Like
we started talking about money problems, especially when you get financing this shit on your own. You gotta figure out what you gotta do. Like, you know, I'm working all the time, saving money, you know, doing whatever I gotta do. You know, some people do stuff legal, some people do stuff illegal. You gotta get your money however you can get it to be able to make sure you fund your dream. So it's a struggle, especially nowadays, the way the music industry is set up, because, you know, as an artist, you got to do everything. You know what I mean? You start talking about like the legends beforehand, people like Nas and Biggie and all them. I love them. Those are some of my favorite rappers. But the thing is, they was kind of given a silver spoon. When you start talking about what they were able to be given in that industry, all they had to do was be good rappers. They didn't have to pay for their videos. They didn't have to pay for their studio time. They didn't have to be their own stylist. They didn't have to be their own publicist. They didn't have to be their own producer. What happened was they made a demo tape of about 4 or 5 songs. Somebody at a label gave them an opportunity and signed them. And then they took care of all the other pieces. All they had to do was make sure that they stayed good as rappers, which was great. And there's nothing taken away from those dudes. Like I said, without them, I wouldn't even be doing this. But today, currently, it's a lot more of a burden put on artists in the music industry. So it's like, you got to have guts. You got to have a level of endurance. You got to be willing to keep pushing through it, because you got to fight so much more than people beforehand to make things happen. Like, you just being dope is great. Like, you can make some fire shit, but if you send it to a label like, okay, this shit fire, but where's the analytics? Where's the algorithm? Where's the money? Where's the followers? Where's the views? That's all they care about. So, you know, you start talking about, you just got to make it the best way you can. Really got to have a passion for it. You got to get the money however you can get it and make the best of it. That's really just what it is.
Okay. All right. So what you gave the advice for the people that's coming up now. So yeah, building that brand, and like, did you ever want to give up?
You know what? Sometimes you definitely get frustrated when you're dealing with, you feel it's an uphill battle. But if you know the end goal, you know what you want to be able to accomplish for your life as well as other people's lives and change people's lives and their circumstances, you got to keep on going. You can't be no quitter. And I can say that I attribute that to athletics. Like me playing football, you can't quit. You could be tired as hell. You could have been out there running for 4 or 5 hours, but you can't be no bitch. You can't quit. You got to keep on going. So that's where we stand at. We don't take that way. We got to keep on fighting, keep on pushing, especially when we know the end goal. And we know, because I feel like God gives you signs. He shows you if you're going in the right direction. And we've got a lot of great, accomplishments that we've had along the way. So it's like, all right, just keep on pushing, keep on grinding. You'll be able to accomplish eventually what you want to accomplish. So just keep on grinding.
So you're a God-fearing man. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. I like that. All right, Marshall.
Being it's SoulFul Sunday, man. What are some of your classic samples? Like, what do you like to look at when it comes to the samples? Do you look at the classics? Do you have the SUndayz that mom was cooking? Do you look at some of those? What's your genre? What's your flavor when it comes to that?
Really, I try to stay as diverse as possible with samples. You know what I mean? Because you got to think, like, hip hop's been going on for, 50 years now. And a lot of the main samples that everybody fucked with, people have touched them before. So it's like, I try to find the most rare and obscure shit I can find. Like, if you find like some really good soul shit, I'm going to try to, flip it a different way that another dude didn't flip it, to make it unique and make it stand out on its own. But, yeah, like sample sources, of course, like all the greats, you love them, like Al Green, Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, all of them. They're great, but like people done touched like a lot of their records already. So it's like, if you do fuck with it, you got to find a piece that nobody else fuck with. So it could be unique and it can stand out on its own. But yeah, if you talk about like, if I'm listening to that, I listen to that shit all the time. Like I love that music. It's just like sample wise, I try to find some shit that's like obscure so it can stand out and it be like on its own. Yeah.
I got something for you. Norah Jones. Sample Norah Jones. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Hey, you gonna thank me for it. Hey,
I appreciate that, brother.
Norah Jones. Sample, hey, I'm telling you. Hey, look at me. I wish I was lying.
Shit, I'm gonna check it out as soon as we get done. I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brother trying to put me on or something. I gotta take heat.
Yeah. So sample her. All right, Marshall.
How important is a collaboration among artists in the hip hop community, especially regarding social issues and activism?
Okay. When you start talking about collaborations, just collaborating, if you collaborate on a musical level, of course it does great for you because this person can have a certain demographic of fans and you can have a certain demographic of fans that might not be familiar with yours and your fans might not be familiar with his or his music that he's releasing. And what it does is it shows like, hey, it takes your music to another level. It gives you more exposure. So, collaborating is key, like in hip hop, like takes you to the next level. You start talking about like social activism and change. It's first and foremost, it's like finding somebody that's on board with that to make sure that they're willing to take those steps. Because, a lot of people don't prioritize that, you know what I mean? And it's sad to an extent, we start talking about people but a lot of people are just focused on whatever they can do personally for themselves. They're not worrying about like how things impact the community or impact the society in which they live in. You know what I mean? But if you can find some like-minded people, yeah, definitely. It's always good to try to, I feel like with the music, put a message in the music. If you can come across enough finances, give back financially to the community, and just try to show, even if you rapping gangster shit on the records, still try to show the positive light of it, that, it's just not all negative. There's something positive that's rooted in this. And the end result is positive. You're getting other people jobs, you're giving people opportunities, and you're just showing the positive side of the ghetto or the circumstances that you come from, opposed to just being negative. Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Yes. I was checking out some of your comedy on your Instagram page and everything, and I have to ask you, how many times have you heard the resemblance to Fat Man Scoop?
Fat Man Scoop. Wow. Yes. Never heard that ever before.
No.
Never. I got the hair and shit. I'm a big brother, but I ain't Fat Man Scoop.
The voice you were doing in some of the comedy.
You talking about
the voice you would do in some of the comedy, I was like, I picture this in like a Fat Man Scoop track or something like this. I could really.
I can see and now. Once you mentioned it, I can definitely see where you're coming from. But really, where I kind of got my inspiration for that from is like more so like you start talking about like when you start talking to like some Southern older black men. I have a lot of them on my family, and a lot of them when they go on their rants and shit, they start sounding like that. Like when you got like an uncle or like a great grandpop or somebody or cousin, and they from down the way. Because I got family in North Carolina, got family in Alabama, I got family in South Carolina, family in Georgia, and you know, with some of them when they get on they rants, you know, sometimes they'll go there. So I was trying to like channel that energy. You know what I mean? But you looking at it from that perspective, I guess, because like the gruffness of the delivery, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I see where you're getting at with that.
Where at in North Carolina?
All over Greensboro.
We from Fayetteville. I went to A&T. So
okay.
Yeah.
So do my cousins.
We from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Okay, so y'all from down the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what both my paternal grandparents is from North Carolina. My grandpa, he's from High Point. My grandma, she was from Waxhaw, right outside of Charlotte. I got family that live in Greensboro. I got family that live pretty much all over North Carolina, Raleigh, you know, any place. Durham, like from top to bottom.
City, okay.
Yeah, all over. Yeah, Durham. Yeah, you know, my brother went to school down there for a little bit. Yeah, so North Carolina. We got.
Said that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of family down there. Yeah.
All right, Marshall.
How do you think the music industry can support the arts in underprivileged communities?
I feel like what they could do is not only financially give back because they're making tons and tons of money off of Black art. They should definitely open up their pocket, open up their wallet, and, you know, come back down to the ghetto and give some opportunities. But then give opportunities to the up and coming artists from the ghetto. You know what I mean? You know, because there's a lot of talent out here. Like every day I walk down the street, just in Philly. But when I go to New York or when I travel down south or I go to any of these other places, I see so many talented brothers and sisters in the community that are not getting the looks because the way the music industry has been flipped, it's been flipped to like I said, algorithms, analytics. So what they should really do is give back to the artists. Because like when I look at like what Berry Gordy did with Motown back in the day, like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and David Ruffin and Diana Ross, none of them had no fucking algorithms or analytics. What they had was pure hardcore talent. Organic. And then he gave them the opportunity and the platform to be able to display it. And then that music changed the world. You still hear that music everywhere you go. You could be at a restaurant, you hear some of that music. Like Motown is everywhere. And this all came from a dude given the opportunity. So I feel like the record industry, what they could do is if you just start talking about programs to help the youth and programs to stop violence and programs to help with financial improvement, they could definitely funnel back in money, like actual finances. But if you start talking about helping artists, give opportunities and, you know, stop being so shallow with the way you go about looking for talent. You know what I mean? Just be a little bit more on point with the talent. Like look for talent. Like algorithms, they could be deceiving. You know what I mean? Just look for the real talent. Like you start talking about all the talent that we all grew up listening to, all the people we love, all the people that we played, that we introduced our family to, our mom and dads introduced to us. All of these people was just raw, organic talent. You know, none of these people was algorithm artists. None of them were analytics artists. They were all just off raw, organic talent. So that's what I feel like needs to be restored.
It's a new way to find a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous because the thing is, it can be deceiving. You'll put, like, you see these labels, they'll sign like an artist to a $5-6 million contract off of one song, right? Because they see they're getting a bunch of streams, they're getting a bunch of followers, a bunch of people are looking in on the record. But this artist isn't developed. This artist doesn't know how to make songs. This artist doesn't know how to perform. None of that is there. You're just signing them off something that blew up on TikTok or something that blew up on Instagram. And then a lot of these labels is in the red with some of these signings. You sign a motherfucker for $6 million, and then the record is the one record, and then he can't make another one that equals that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look like a smacked ass because you just signed this nigga that you probably wouldn't sign off the ear test. Like if you heard him, you'd be like, man, I don't see what the fuck this is. But since you saw he had a little catchy song on TikTok, now it's like, all right, well, We're going to invest millions into them. And it's just, like I said, shit is ass backwards, really. That's why I feel like with Dead Wrong Entertainment, we're pushing to try to restore order for the talent, for the artists, and put the artists first, put the talent first, and not all the other shit.
Okay.
I like that.
Marshall.
Yep.
That's on you, Marshall. Mister.
I got you.
Right.
Give me a second, brother.
How do you balance commercial success with artistic integrity when working with a new artist?
Okay. I feel the way to balance both is really okay. I feel what it is you should find that balance depending on wherever the artist is. It's like, okay, if this artist has this certain ability, if he's bringing this certain style to the table, what you should do as the label or the producer that's producing the artist is find a way to keep both intact, I feel. Where it's like, okay, this is your skill set, but this is what is popping commercially. So let's just try to find a way to blend it where you still are yourself. You're still not trying to emulate anybody else. You're still yourself, but we're taking in the elements that work commercially, that get played on the radio, get streamed well, do well on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Taking those elements that are successful, like, okay, whatever, if it's a trendy beat or a certain type of production, you take that production and you blend it in with what that artist does naturally, and you find that perfect match, I feel, that perfect balance, where you can get some commercial success, but you didn't have to have this dude spinning on top of his head doing some shit he wasn't comfortable with. You know what I mean? Right. You can find that perfect, you know what I mean? That perfect balance. And that's kind of what I'm going for.
Hey.
Like, or what we're going for over here at Dead Wrong Entertainment.
Hey, just be, you see the name, just be you.
That's it.
That's it.
Be you. And I feel like it should be natural after that. Like, you be yourself. Yeah. If you're good at what you do and you're good at making records, you should still be able to find commercial success and still be a great artist. Yeah. I mean, there's tons of artists that are doing that now, you know what I mean? On the mainstream, you know what I mean, as well as on the underground, they're doing both. So you can do both.
Yeah.
So do you think it's easier for people to promote themselves since they have a whole bunch of views and everything? It's easier to leverage the fact that they have a whole bunch of views and a big following against these industries?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is one of the proponents. I'm a proponent of social media and what its effect on the music industry in that way. I'm actually happy that that's doing that, because when you started you look at the deals of the greats back in the day, of course, they didn't need analytics or algorithms or anything like that to get signed, but they would go to a label, Atlantic, or any of these kind of companies. They walk in, they'd offer them $20,000, and then the terms would be ridiculously in the favor of the label. Now, if I got 1 million followers on TikTok, I got 10 million streams or whatever, at that point, it's like, you can't tell me to take no 20,000 to take all my publishing. You know, you can't tell me that. Like, I get to dictate the terms of whatever kind of deal I want. You know what I mean? Because the bargaining is on your side at that point. Like, you know, they want you. You don't want them. You didn't call them. They called you. So, yeah, at that point, you know, definitely everything is in your ballpark at that point. And yeah, like marketing and promotion, like, I mean, social media does get you out there because it gets you more people. Like, you can have somebody in Spain listening to your music because they just saw you on Twitter or on Instagram or TikTok. I mean, back in 1995, you needed to have an overseas street team, and you had to be in every magazine, The Source, and all of that. Now it's like, yo, all you got to do is just send a tweet, and you put an Instagram ad behind it, and now we promoting it, and we good to go. So, yeah, internet definitely makes things a lot more easier to market and promote, and it does, in turn, help with your leveraging power when you start having these negotiations with these companies.
Yeah.
For those that may not understand the difference, what's the difference between masters and what? Publishing?
Okay. All right. So masters is the master recording of the record. It's like, okay, whoever owns the masters, they can kind of license the record, they can release it, they can do all of those different things. And there's a lot of people in hip hop that do own their masters. There's a lot of people that don't. Publishing is your percentage off of a record. You know what I mean? If you release a record, it's like whatever percentage you get. It really depends the record. Like if you sample the record, say you sample the record, but like Sting, you know, I know he in trouble right now, you know, Puffy, but you hear like I'll Be Missing You, like Sting owns 100% of that publishing because of Every Breath You Take.
Yes.
So it depends, like when you start talking about how you sample the record, what your percentage is. It's like what you take home publishing wise. It's like the money that comes to you as a writer, you know. And a lot of people sell their publishing, and when they sell their publishing, the people that own the publishing, they get whatever you're supposed to get as a writer. A master is just the master recording. It's like you own the licensing and all of that, and you can license it and make money and place it different places and, you know, get money that way throughout the years. And then get, you know, whatever residuals that come in from it.
I feel that. What we got? Mister.
Yes, sir.
Take over.
Got you. So let me ask you, man, what are some common misconceptions about the music industry with new artists should be aware of?
Okay. Misconceptions are, I feel it's a lot of misconceptions when you start talking about what artists nowadays are being told. Of course, the internet is a very, very successful tool as far as taking your music as well as your notoriety to the next level. I just feel that it is being told to artists that all they have to do is go record a song in their bedroom, put it on SoundCloud or something like that. And next thing you know, they're going to blow up. But that is not the process. All of this stuff, when these records you see that are blowing up, that are doing well, there's millions of dollars being put behind these records because they look at and see where they're coming off of. It's usually either a boutique label or a major company. And all of these places have resources and relationships that can take the music to the next level. So no, you can't just do that. There's a process. You have to build up a fan base. You have to build up a particular demographic in which you cater your music for. And it's not an overnight process. It's a grind. Unless you are blessed to have your uncle working at Epic, or, you know, you got something like that where, you know, you got a drug dealer old head that's putting hundreds of thousands of dollars behind your record. If you got that, cool. But if not, then you got to grind. You got to buckle up and, you know, get going. You know what I mean? And it's not going to come instantly. It's not going to come overnight. You got to grind. You got to put that work in. You got to put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this thing in order to get to that goal. It's not going to just pop off like that. And I feel like a lot of artists nowadays had that confused, and I feel like they just don't understand it. That is not how things go. You have to build. You have to, first and foremost, what you should find out is like, what type of music do I make? Like, who am I catering this music to? Because you have to have somebody to buy this product. You know, who's the consumer for this? So you find out who the consumer is, and then you cater to that consumer. And just keep on building, keep on grinding, one step at a time. And you'll get there, but it's not going to be instant because it's a different landscape opposed to what it was 20 or 30 years ago. You know?
Yeah. With that being said, they say what we talked about, 10,000 hours. It takes 10,000 hours. That's putting work in. Take 10,000 hours to perfect everything you want. Yeah. I get it.
Got to, man.
Absolutely. Let me ask you, how do you see the relationship between hip hop and financial literacy evolving in the coming years? Since you were speaking on people now, they know more of the analytics because they happen to do more of the work themselves and they market themselves. So how do you feel about, you know, artists learning the money literacy side of business coming into hip hop? Yeah,
because I mean, at this point in time, you're kind of forced to know it. You know, I mean, at one point in time, the artists from a previous generation, they were kind of ignorant to that information because they had labels taking care of all that for them. And then, you know, and then that was a negative, I feel like it's a positive now for artists now to know that, because you have a lot of responsibility initially, but then you do know what your finances are. You do know all of the tricks and the trades of the business, and you're not really thrown off by anything. I feel like artists from the past, because they came into a label situation and they kind of were getting their hands held, um, they didn't know what was going on with their money. They didn't know what was going on with their publishing. They didn't know any of those things. And then when those things knocked them upside the head, it's like, oh, fuck this and fuck that and fuck him and this motherfucker robbed me and he stole this from me, because you kind of just came into it and you didn't have to kind of take the bumps and the bruises of learning it on your own. So I feel like artists nowadays, they're definitely more business savvy. They definitely are more tuned in with financial literacy because they have no choice but to be. There's no other way around it. It's like, okay, if you want to make this thing happen, you have to be really, really on point and really, really paying attention to every detail of your finances, of how you're promoting your music, how you're marketing your music. All of that is key. So, you got to be a lot more hands-on now. And I think it's a positive thing.
Right. So you're saying it's like more personal now.
Way more personal, way more personal, and there's way more responsibility put on the artist.
Yeah.
So he has to, it's almost like, let me just use an analogy. It's almost like if you like a teenager and you become a dad at that age, you've got this responsibility on your shoulders now. It's like, hey, it's make it or break it. You have to do it. There's really no wiggle room.
Yeah,
so if you want to you don't have no choice. Yeah. If you want to be a successful artist today, and you're not blessed with nepotism, and you're not blessed with, somebody seeing it early and putting money behind you.
Yeah.
More than likely, the way you're gonna pop off is through grinding and just pushing and shoving until you get where you got to go.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready for that. You know what I mean? Like I said, it goes back to, like I said, like sports. If you're playing football, or you're playing basketball, you running suicides. You got to do that. You know what I mean? It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? If you want to be able to make the team, if you want to be able to start on the team, you got to go through the trials and tribulations. So now, artists, I feel, are definitely smarter. They're more on point. They know what to look out for. And that's the positive of what the current landscape is.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that. I like that. What initiative programs do Dead Wrong Entertainment have or would like to have to get back to the community?
Of course, I would love to eventually be able to help out the little kids with athletics, show them, like I said, football, basketball. I played football, played basketball in high school. So it's like, I feel like that's a positive outlet for young kids in the ghetto. Outside of that, different programs that show them about financial literacy, that show them about the music industry, the entertainment industry. Give them that information so they don't have to come out and bump their heads to learn it. They already know it. They're going in with that knowledge already. They already have that knowledge. So that's basically what I would love to do eventually. You know what I mean? Get back that way. And right now, like I said, what we're doing right now, when you start talking about from a change perspective, harping back to what I said, is putting some change in a nigga's pockets, trying to, change his pockets from skinny to fat. You know what I mean? That's the goal. That's the goal, man. You know what I mean? And anybody that's rolling with us, that's the goal. We all trying to get to a certain level, and that's the goal. So we just gonna keep on pushing until we get there. And eventually, I want to definitely look out for the youngsters in the community and people that are misfortunate and don't have the opportunities that they should have, that other people may have afforded to them. You know what I mean? So that definitely is something in the long term that I want to do.
I love that, brother. I love that. So we ask all our artists and that come on the show and guests that come on the show, the phrase "art for change." When you hear the phrase "art for change," what does that mean to you? What does art for change mean to you, brother?
Art for change means you make some art that causes a change. It's like a domino effect, and I feel like it kind of harps back to what you just asked me. It's like once you make some art, Art can change people in a lot of ways. It can change people in a positive way. It can change them in a negative way. And what you should do is, even if the messaging is street, because we from the ghetto and, it's going to be some street, messaging. But what you should show as the individual is the positive side of things. Like, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to open up doors for other people. I'm trying to, provide opportunities and give a platform. And I am giving back to the community. So all of those things can come from the art. And those are the positive things that can spark change in a positive way. And you can spark change in a negative way. You know what I mean? You could just talk about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and then not do anything positive and not tell the kids where it's almost like, hey, man, this is just entertainment. This is just a way of making business. This is just a way of making money. But me making this money, what I'm doing is I'm giving back to my community. I'm giving back to people. I'm giving people opportunities. I'm giving them jobs. You know what I mean? Showing the positive side of things instead of just saying shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and then out here actually trying to do it. Where you killing people and you going to jail and all that. And that, I feel, changes people in a negative way, especially if you're a kid that don't have guidance. You're looking to some of these artists as father figures. So if they're doing negative shit, they're killing people literally, like not just rapping about it. Then they're going to actually kill somebody. You may, internalize that and think that's a way to go about doing things. So that could be what art does and what art changes in a negative way. But what we're trying to do is use art to change things in a positive way. And that's what it is.
Yes, sir. I love that, man. I love everybody's perspective when I ask that question, and every once in a while I've been disappointed with the answer. So I appreciate that. In your opinion, man, what does the future look like for hip hop, like as being a vehicle for change? Do you think that's even possible in the current state of hip hop?
I believe it is possible. Like I said, what just has to happen is I feel like it has to be a change in the infrastructure of hip hop. The people that are running the companies, the people that are releasing the music, the people that are bankrolling this stuff. I feel like there's got to be more people that look like me and you making some of these decisions.
Hey, hold on. What about me?
You know what I mean? No. Yeah, you too, brother. You too, brother. Shit, we all on the darker shade here. But this is our music. You know what I mean? This is stuff that comes from the ghetto. This is our story. And I feel like we should be the ones pretty much deciding the kind of music that comes out. And we know what sounds good. We know what doesn't sound good. We know the impact to the music. And I feel like you got to kind of delete a lot of the leeches in the music industry, black and white. People that don't really care about how the music affects people. I feel it's just like, yo, we just trying to get paid. And like I said, the negative side of the thing, you can't live in a fantasy world and act like niggas ain't getting killed, people not selling drugs. Like it's not none of these negative things going on. So when people talking about them on records, it's very, very real. You got to respect it. It's just that, it should be different messaging showed. Like, I mean, I feel like if we're going to show somebody that's a rapper, of course, I'm going to list some older school rappers, but for every 50 Cent, it should be a Mos Def. You know what I mean? Ooh, it should be, different, like what I mean? Different perspectives. You know what I mean? 50's perspective needs to be shown, but so should Mos Def's perspective. You know what I mean? For every Mobb Deep, it should be a Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Just a little different. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what I feel like the industry. I feel like industry can be changed if we start doing some work at the infrastructure level. The people that are running the buildings, the people that are signing the artists, the people that are dictating who gets in and who doesn't get in. If we can do some house cleaning in that department, then we should have some change in hip hop. But as long as things stay the way that they are, from an infrastructure perspective, I believe it's pretty much going to stay on the same trajectory it's on.
So kicking the Mark Rubens out of the door?
You start talking about Mark Rubin. Yeah, Mark Rubin is just like, I mean, he's not even really in the music industry. He's just putting money up and hosting parties. But it's a lot of these people that run these different companies. Like, You start talking about all of these companies where people start talking about these drill rappers and these people that are doing the shooting and the killing and pushing whatever kind of negative imagery. And like I said, it's not negative because it's their life, it's their real life. So I'm not against it. But like people that say, oh, well, they're just pushing negative shit, the people that are doing it are people that have never picked up a gun in their lives. And they're making millions off of it. They ain't never been in a shootout. They never been to jail. You know, we start talking about snitching culture. They'll snitch on somebody in a heartbeat because they don't adhere to street protocol. They don't adhere to this. They're just making all the money off of it. And they put you out there to rap about it all day and all night. And they don't care. You know what I mean? They're doing anything to make a buck. So, yeah, you know, yeah, we gotta do some house cleaning at that level. I feel like, and if those people are still there, cool. It just needs to be a perfect balance. You need some people that are for the music, for the people, and some people that are just there to get money. It's kind of hard to delete leeches. You know what I mean? These people are there to get paid, and they'll do anything. If they were selling ketchup, they'd do that. Like they don't care about music or hip hop at all. They don't care about it. They don't care how good it sounds, how bad it sounds. They're just selling it as a product. They could sell these same people could sell underwear. They could sell socks, anything that makes some money. That's what they are. So they just look at hip hop as a product. They don't look at it as an experience. They don't look at it as something that is life changing for people, or something that is as impactful as it is. They've kind of just relegated it to product, something like peanut butter, you know.
They're selling a drug to the masses.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they're just trying to get paid.
I love that, man. What type of legacy are you trying to leave with your impact in the music industry or just in entertainment in a whole?
I would love to be looked upon, me and my brother, because we're doing this together, looked upon as Black entrepreneurs that tried to keep the musical heritage of Black music going forward. Because I feel like the music now don't hold a candle to the music that our moms and pops played growing up. You know what I mean? This shit is cool, but it's like microwave music. Like it comes and goes. It's made fast and it goes away fast. You know, it doesn't have that lasting impact. You can't listen to records that was made 5 years ago or 10 years ago, like how you can listen to something that was made 50 years ago, but like Al Green or anything like that. So we want to bring back timeless music. We want to bring back impactful music. We want to bring back timeless and impactful entertainment. Because I feel it's the same thing on all realms of entertainment. So Dead Wrong Entertainment, we want to be looked upon when it's all said and done as some people that was pretty much, you know, some people that made change in the music industry, that made change in the entertainment industry and changed it for the better, left it looking better than they did, left it looking better when they left it than when they came in.
Yes, I like that perspective, man. Man, tell people where to meet you, where to get at you, man. Give us your socials and let us know anything you got upcoming.
Hey, hold the fuck up. Hey, you say you funny though. You're a comedian. We gotta talk. You say so. Where you started being funny? When you found out you was funny?
When I was a kid, man, at school, just making niggas laugh. You know what I mean? Doing that growing up. You know what I mean? And then just throughout the years, like, you know, whether I was working or in school or whatever, just doing it, telling jokes and shit. So it kind of come natural. You know what I mean? So I was just like, as of recently, like we're trying to make Dead Wrong Entertainment a multimedia company where it just isn't hip hop. It just isn't music. We want to start doing music. We want to start doing films. We want to start doing other forms of entertainment eventually. So I just was like, all right, let me just get out of my skin and do this a little bit more. You know, because I do this anyway. Like anywhere I'm at, I'm usually making niggas laugh, doing that, coming up with jokes, dropping punchlines. So, you know, I do that anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, let me just lock in and do it a little bit more officially and bring some more awareness to the brand in another way.
How long you been funny?
I could say probably since elementary school, you know, 4th, 5th grade, you know what I mean? 4th, 5th grade. I was always kind of a quiet kid, but, you know, if you start talking, I'm going to talk with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're like me. You think you're funnier than me?
Hey, man, I do my thing. You know what I mean? I do my thing.
I ain't no comedian. Hey,
I do my thing, man.
Hey, so have you done shows with like shows or performances like that or what?
Well, like comedy performances. Now I perform for music a bunch of times, but not comedy yet. I'm trying to start getting into that soon though. Like so I'm taking the baby steps with that right now, but it's doing well. Like I've dropped some videos. They've all been reacted to well. Everybody's laughing at them. They think they're hilarious. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just keep on, staying consistent. I'll probably drop a video this week more than likely. So we're trying to, just expand, you know what I mean? Because it's Dead Wrong Entertainment. It's not just Dead Wrong Records. So we're attacking all realms of entertainment.
I love that.
Will you be nervous? Like, do you
No,
get nervous?
because I've been on stage before, so I'll probably just look at it the same way. And I think if you prepare, you shouldn't be nervous. If you prepare properly. It's like I said, like I know that from performing music wise, from going out playing football in front of 600-700 people. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if you're ready, you're ready. There's no need of like being scared. You know what I mean? It's like just try to stay focused. Of course, you might have some jitters, but you'll get over it. If you're used to doing it and you prepared, you should be ready.
Okay. And all right, so you spoke about football and basketball that you did. Were you good? Were you good at it?
Oh yeah, I had D1 offers. Yeah. I was doing dumb shit, so I wasn't able to take advantage of it. Yeah, doing dumb shit, not staying focused. You know what I mean? I'm not. If I was as focused as I am now, it might have been a different story. But Purdue, they was really on me. University of Arizona. I got a letter from Pitt. So I had a lot of schools looking at me. Like Purdue sent me a letter almost every other week. They really wanted me to come play football there. So yeah.
What about basketball? Because you spoke about basketball. You don't look like a hooper. You don't look like you was a hooper. Hold up, let me see. Yeah. Oh no, bro.
I played ball. Like high school, I didn't really play as much, but I played AAU ball all through like elementary school, all through middle school. I played with dudes, some dudes that did go to the league and played overseas. So I was a good ball player. It's just that when I got to high school, I kind of just pivoted to football. I was focused more on that. But basketball, like I still bust your ass in the pickup. I'm quick with that. We got out there, play some rough as on. You know what I mean? I got a nice little mid range. Do a little shack on you. I do a little mix of everything. So I can hit the three too. I was nice in ball. Like a lot of niggas didn't know. They was like, "Yo, I just thought you was a football nigga." I'm like, "No, I played ball. That was my first sport I played." Football was just the school the sport I got recruited at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got recruited for football, but basketball, that was my first sport. Yeah.
All right. So where do you see yourself going with comedy, and how are you going to balance comedy and music?
I feel going forward, I'm just trying to. I really feel I'm ready to balance it all. I'm just like, hey man, I'm just trying to be successful. I'm trying to bring as much success to our label, as much success to our company. And I'm willing to take on all of it. I feel like I have equal passion for all of it. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of passion for music. I've showed that throughout the years. This comedy thing, I got a lot of passion for that. And I feel like people like both things. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna do both. And it makes your brand get bigger, especially when you start talking about in the days of social media, where it's all about algorithms and analytics. It brings you the numbers you need. So I could say for me dropping these skits.
Do you think it's easier to rap instead of comedy, with the fact that comedians and comics are being attacked over material and everything, and a rapper won't get attacked for saying some of the same things?
I feel rappers and comics can kind of say the same stuff. I feel like if you're a rapper and you say the things that comics are getting in trouble with, you're going to get in trouble with it too. It's not like back in the days. Like in the early 90s, comedy and rap, you could say any fucking thing and no one gave a fuck. Like if you listen to like one of my favorite rap albums, old school rap album, is the second NWA album, Niggas for Life. And if you listen to the fucking lyrics on that shit, like today, a nigga probably would get publicly hanged for saying that shit that they were saying on that shit. Like, and it was the #1 album in the country. So like, I feel like rap and comedy, everything is censored now. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. You got to kind of tiptoe around some stuff, but still try to make equality on both sides. Yeah. Like, I mean, whether it's hip hop, whether it's comedy, I mean, you can't go as far as other dudes went. Like Eddie Murphy in the 80s, you can't tell jokes like that now. Like he was doing that.
There's no George Carlin coming out in today's.
Oh hell no, not George Carlin. George Carlin was crazy. George is one of the greatest too, man. He's one of the best ever. Like, And I love George, and I love the Black George to me, which is Chris Rock, because I feel like Chris Rock is real good with like social commentary and shit like that. I mean, but George was the dude back in the day. Like, you're definitely not gonna run into a guy like him. You're not gonna run into a guy like Eddie. Not gonna run into a guy like any of those dudes. You know, Bernie Mac. You know, any of those dudes, Robin Harris, any of those guys. You're not gonna find guys like those dudes nowadays. Richard Pryor,
newer dude, Mike Epps.
Mike Epps, yeah, you're not gonna find it. I mean, and really, what I feel is you're not gonna find it from a talent level, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know, them being raunchy or saying certain things that might get them in trouble. Like those dudes had a certain level of talent. Martin, all these dudes had a certain level of talent, and these dudes, like, I mean, I feel like sometimes they kind of gotta say some of this shot value stuff because they're not like funny.
Yeah.
Like, do you see any new comic? Just ask it. If you listen to like comedy, anything out there, do you see any comic that is on the level of any of those guys I listed?
No,
any new comedian?
It's not even close.
Those niggas is keeping it real, and keeping it real is funny sometimes. So yeah, it's like nigga, I can relate to that.
The last great comedy special was probably Dave Chappelle's "Killing Him Softly."
Yeah, that was phenomenal. That's before he got on the Chappelle show. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a classic. You know, Chappelle was one of them too. Yeah, I forgot Dave. Dave is the dude too. Like I love, like his sketch comedy show is a classic. You know what I mean? You can't miss with that. I mean, and then he's got a couple of cool stand-ups too that are great. So it's like, you know, yeah, none of those dudes. Like I don't see any of these guys now like comparing with those dudes from like a comedy level. You know what I mean? Like it's not funny. I don't like make me laugh. Like I'll watch some of these niggas Netflix specials. I'm like, but I'd rather just watch the old stuff.
Hey, what I say? All that shit stale. That's my word now. Stale. That shit stale. That shit.
It is stale. Like nigga, I'm not gonna pay no $200 to go see you make 2 funny jokes.
Yeah.
You got 2 funny jokes out of a whole hour set.
Yeah.
Like you've been up here an hour and you got 2 jokes. Like nah. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
You can use that word too. I'll let you use that word.
Oh, stale? Yeah. Yeah, these niggas definitely some stale ass bread. Stale ass chips from the store. You know, you definitely see that. That's for real. Yeah, for real, man. You ain't lying about that shit.
Hey, I'll take some stale bread.
Stale bread. So you like to crunch it and shit.
No, I just want that old money.
That's the stale bread.
Okay, all right. See, we got a rapper over here now. You know what I mean? He got the metaphors. You know, he got it going on. Yeah.
Hey, you got any questions for us? Because I like for the interviewee to ask the interviewers, or I don't know how the fuck I just said that, but any questions for us?
I get what you're saying, bro. But nah, you know, I could just ask just off the top, how long you guys been doing this?
Mister?
We've been doing the podcast now since November of 2024, and we are on episode 46.
Okay. So y'all kind of just started a little while ago, like 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. Okay. So how would you say that the experience has been going so far?
I think the experience is awesome, and I think everything grows, and you can just see the transition from like show 1 to now. You can see the growth. So I like the dynamic, and I like where it's going, and I look forward to the future of it.
Yeah, I can see y'all doing good things. I definitely asked some really good detailed questions. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of motherfuckers don't ask all that type of shit. You know what I mean? They just ask real bland questions. You know what I mean? What's your favorite color? You know?
Yeah. Hey, what is your favorite color?
I'm gonna have to say blue. I'm gonna say blue.
Oh no, green. It's always green.
Yeah, green. I love green too. Green in the pockets. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's the reason it's my favorite color. It's the color of fucking money.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's between one of the two. Like growing up, like an outfit, like green or blue. Definitely black too. Black go with anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, black goes with everything. Absolutely.
I like
black
gold and silver.
Yeah, gold and silver cool too. Some other forms of currency. You know what I mean?
So my grandma, I told my grandma I would say this on my podcast tonight because she was talking about a nigga today, and my grandma don't play. She talk like we talk. She was like, he know everything but don't know shit. What that means? My grandma said that today to me, and I was like, I'm gonna say that, girl. He know everything but he don't know shit.
That man, he a dumb motherfucker to just talk a lot. That's what he is. He talk with a level of conviction, but don't know a motherfucking thing. You know, just talking a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? If you fact check any of it, don't none of the shit add up. He just talking shit. They're just talking shit. Nigga don't know nothing, man. That nigga clueless. Yeah. He just talking shit. You know what I mean? But so many niggas like that, you know what I mean? Just walking around talking shit, don't know nothing. Just like
this, like Jabberwocky. Just jabbering and this walkie-talkie.
Just jabbering, you know, just flapping them lips. Don't know nothing.
You meet a lot of people like that?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? You in the streets, you go in different places, people just talk with a level of, like I said, people think if you say some shit with conviction that it makes it true. Like, you know, a nigga could say, nigga say some shit like, I just saw 2 aliens outside. You know, he could just say that shit, and, he could say it with a level of conviction, but I'm like, nigga, you ain't see no aliens outside. You just making up shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? You just saying it with a level of conviction. So you trying to make it sound true, like it's not true. Like, I mean, you gotta have some proof and some evidence before I start believing the shit you say. You know what I mean? You just talking shit. Other than that, I mean, you gotta have some sources.
And we got videos everywhere. So, nigga, what are video proof? Nigga, what?
And don't bring me some YouTube video with some nigga playing some spooky music in the back, just talking a bunch of shit. I don't want to hear that shit either. With the spooky music in the back and the nigga talking bullshit. I want to hear some real shit, you know what I mean? Like some shit. This coming from a professor, nigga, This coming from a real motherfucker. Not some nigga named Earl sitting in his grandmama's basement, just saying some shit in the back, talking about the Illuminati. How the fuck they let your black ass know some shit about the Illuminati? If the Illuminati a secret society, how your dumb ass know about the Illuminati? They're gonna let you know about the Illuminati, and it's a secret society, hence secret. How your dumb black ass know about the Illuminati? And you drive a forklift. Anyway, you coming with that? That's some bullshit.
That's bullshit, man. About the Illuminati?
What's the secret?
If you type it backwards and put it and click enter in Google, it brings you to the CIA webpage.
Oh shit, we done got down the rabbit hole now. We about to get to the bottom of it. So, but man, I didn't know he was a conspiracy theorist, but I see him now. He got the conspiracies. Who killed Kennedy? No, he probably got a theory. No. Okay, all right. But I say, the government did this shit. He was, he was trying, Lyndon B. Johnson killed him,
Hey, are you the funniest in your family?
I can say, me and my older brother, we kind of close because he a funny nigga too. We do this shit together. We just be bidding some places. Like some places we'll be somewhere and the nigga be like, yo, y'all niggas funny. Y'all just talk and we just talking. Like we not trying to be funny. We just having conversations.
That's me. Yeah.
Like I don't even really be attempting it to just be like natural. That's just how I feel about certain shit. Yeah. But I'm in the mix. If you start talking about the list, I'm up there,
Oh, yeah, the top of the list.
I wouldn't say I'm gonna be humble and say no. I'm gonna say we all there, but I let the people decide. You know what I
mean? Okay. Y'all got like the Wayans family shit going on.
A little bit, my little brother funny too. When we start doing the sketches, you're gonna see a lot more of us out there. Outside of music, we got a lot of different talent, so we try and showcase all of them.
All right, so y'all gonna start doing sketches. Y'all working on that already, or?
Yeah, we got some stuff on the way. The kind of stuff you saw already in me, that was just me doing it. Like stuff I wrote up and put together. But we're going to do some collaboration soon, with them, with a couple of friends, couple of homies, couple of actors and actresses. We're going, put some stuff together,
All right, so you single?
Right now, yeah. You
Yeah,
know.
because hey, you know, ladies love funny niggas.
Hey man, that's why I got plenty of them. That's why I'm single. You know what I mean? Shit. I ain't getting tied down. Shit.
Hey, what? You need options?
Oh no, I got plenty of options. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, I keep my dick in some paint. You know what I mean? Got to keep it going. You know, got to do that. You know what I mean? Different types too. You know, I don't discriminate.
All right, different types. Hold the fuck up.
Oh yeah, nigga, I do it all, nigga.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck.
Yeah.
What's your type? Look at me. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, what's your type?
All types, nigga. If she down, if she down with it, she can get it. You know. She down with it, she can get it. That's it. Shit.
If she's in town, she can get the pound.
She can get the pound, you know. That's it. Shit. I'll turn down shit with my collar and I ain't got one. So, you know.
Turn down for what?
Shit, there ain't nothing to it. She could be big, she could be skinny, she could be in it. I'll take it down. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know.
All types.
All types. Shit, I'm down with a big woman. You know.
So you like to wrestle?
I'll take it. Shit, I'll wrestle. Pussy get wetter than a well in the ocean. You know what I mean? That shit get like that. I'm down with that. I take them any size, any shape. You know what I mean?
And they squirt like a blowhole.
Oh, come on now. Shit, have a nigga on child support. You know what I mean? Shit. That's why I'll be fucking around too much, you know.
Hey, yo pull-out game weak?
Oh, my pull-out game good, nigga. I ain't got no kids. I'm one of the best of the best. I'm one of the best of them. Bitch ain't caught me slipping yet.
All right. Hey, look at me. All right now. All right.
I got an undefeated record as of now. I ain't saying I ain't ran into no super soaker at another level yet. You know what I mean? You know, I might get into some shit. I'm a man. You know, we all fall short. You know what I mean? I might get caught up. I ain't ruling nothing out. But right now, I'm undefeated, nigga. Shit.
Hey, what's the record?
Shit, 50-0, nigga. I'm like Floyd.
Watch out, you're gonna beat that southpaw one day.
Yeah, I mean the southpaw shit. I hit him with, you know. I ain't worried about no southpaw. I'll dip under that shit. I'm orthodox, you know. I hit him with the right hand. I dip out the way of the left. The left can't get me. Left can't get me. I got that good head movement.
Right, hey, you ever now, can I ask this question?
Go ahead with it.
I'm asking Mister, because yeah.
Ask your question, be you.
Nah. No, all right. So what's your wildest time you had, like, with a female?
Shit, man, we gonna be talking all night. I got plenty of them, man. Shit, you know.
All right, let's talk.
Shit, oh, I'm done a lot of shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, if she look good, my breath gonna be smelling like her ass. You know. You know, I ain't no shame in my game. You know, shit. You know, ain't no shame.
So you eat ass?
Hell yeah, nigga. Shit, you don't eat no ass? Because if you is, nigga, you missing out.
I do.
All right now, shit. I see my brother in the middle. I know he eat ass. You know, he's eating some ass we got on the podcast. I know. I see him. I know he on some shit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it though. Long as she clean back there, you don't come out with no fudge on your lips. You know. Long as she wash her ass. I ain't looking no funky bitch ass. If it's clean back there, we good to go. You know.
Respect, man. Respect.
Hey, you funny as fuck. Hey, hold the fuck up. Oh no, bro. Hey, yeah, you crazy. So hey, so you get your ass lit.
Oh no, I ain't doing that shit. Yeah, I might have to backhand something, you know. You ain't putting your tongue near my ass, you know. Shit, I put my tongue near yours, you know. Shit, shit. I ain't ran into nothing like that yet, you know.
You're
Ran into nothing
missing
like that
out.
yet.
You're missing out.
Yeah, I probably am. Shit, you know. Shit, gotta find a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They say when you get old, you try to experiment more. The older
Hey
you get.
man, shit. I'm gonna try to see what's going on, you know. You know, the older I get, I got to see, you know. I got to see, hey, shit, like I said, never say never now, shit, you know.
but not, hey, not yet. You can say
Not yet, not yet. You know, shit. You know, I had to find the right kind of bitch to lick my ass, you know. I ain't found the right one yet. You know.
Oh Lord. Oh, fucking Lord. This nigga's crazy.
Ain't found the right one yet. You know, man. I'm still on the search.
Hey, Mister, get it right, man. Get it right.
Hey man,
All
hey,
right, so
shout out all your socials, man. Tell people where they can find you at, man.
Well, on Instagram it's Dead Wrong Azzan. On I think on Twitter, I think it's the same thing. Azzan the producer. You can go find me on TikTok. I'm under Mac Dollar on there. So I'm trying to build on all these platforms. I'm just trying to post more consistently, build things up. We got the Dead Wrong Entertainment page on Instagram. You can follow that. We're going to start updating that with a lot of content, whether it's music, whether it's comedy, whether it's any of this stuff. So it'll be up there.
Yes. Artists that trying to network with you, man. What they got to do to plug in?
Shit, you can just hit me up on any of those platforms and we can have a conversation. You know what I mean? If you dope, I can fuck with you. And if you shit, don't come my way, you know. Cause I'm gonna tell you, you know, I'm gonna say, all right, man, you might need to go on Amazon, you know, shit. Ain't nothing wrong down there, but you know, you don't need to be going to no studio.
hey,
You know.
all right, so I ain't done
Time
yet.
for the blue and white package.
Yeah, I ain't done yet. So all right, so if they shit whack, how you tell them?
I tell them, nigga, this shit whack. I said, nigga, you need to give it up. Give it up, nigga. You got to stop this.
Nigga, this ain't for you.
This ain't for you, shit. Now, shit might be some other shit. Maybe you need to become a painter or some shit, you know. But not this. Not the rapping shit. You need to leave that alone, you know. Shit, you know, shit not for everybody, you know. Shit, you better ring up them groceries, act like you know. Stop talking that bullshit, man. Fuck out of here. But nah, you know, if you whack, you know, I'm definitely gonna tell you. And you know, it depends. Like if I try to be a nice guy, I might say, yo, man, you know, just try a little harder next time, you know, or you know, work on this or work on that. I try, like, in all honesty, I try to give you some pointers. You know what I mean? But sometimes ain't but nothing you can do, you know, if a nigga that whack, you know. Unless you gonna write his music and produce him for him. Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't no amount of advice to change that shit. You know, no level of advice.
Yeah.
What let me ask you, I don't mean to cut you off, BU. Since we still got you here, bro, what type of genre of music would you say you fall under? We know it's hip hop, but like, you know, like what style of music do you like to fall under as far as a producer?
Well, I do a little mix of everything. You know what I mean? I could do the boom bap shit that sound like Premiere. I could do the trap shit that sound like Now. I could kind of do a little mix of everything. I feel like our shit is just street rap. You know what I mean? We rap about what we've seen, our environment, stuff we've been through, stuff we've done. And the stuff can be a little grimy. It could be lit. It could be dark. It could be old school. It could be, you know, it's versatile. You know what I mean? But definitely, if you're going to say the style of hip hop, I would say street rap. Definitely. Yeah.
Street rap.
Yeah.
What got you into producing? Did you have did you study music as a child? Did you play any instruments? Can you play any instruments?
Yeah, I played a few instruments growing up. I played a little piano, played a little drums. I never took either one of them like super serious. I wish I had, now that I'm in this range as a producer, but I've always had a passion for production. And I started like producing when I was like 16. So I've been doing it for a little while now. Yeah, started out on FL Studio. I still use FL Studio. And that's yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit now. Yeah.
I know about that.
FL Studios. Okay.
FL Studio, Fruity Loops. That's what it used to be called.
Fruity Loops.
I know what it is.
I used to drop some tracks back in the day.
Yeah, he know what it is. My man know what's happening.
Hey, so you ain't never used Logic or anything like that?
I know how to use those, but I'm just more comfortable with FL.
Yeah. And FL's came a long way. FL's a lot of stuff. FL is top notch. FL is one of the top used DAWs in the world right now.
Yeah, most of these records that you see winning Grammys and dominating the pop charts got made on that. So, FL's the spot to be. All the trap producers use it. You know what I mean? Any of the ones you want to talk about, they've used it. So I'm from that same era with those guys. And I started using it pretty much probably around the same time those dudes started using it. You know what I mean? I don't really use like hardware. You know what I mean? Like you listen to Premiere and all those niggas, they use MPCs and shit like that. I'm not opposed to trying that out eventually, but I'm just more comfortable with the FL. Yeah, FL Studio.
Marshall, you just bought an MPC, right?
I'm looking at an MPC.
Okay. Try and chop them samples.
I got a Roland 404 right now that I'm playing with.
Okay. All right. I think RZA used to fuck with that.
I got a Roland 404 that I like. I like that it's not connected online. I prefer the standalone hardware and everything, and instead of being it so computer based and DAW based and everything like that, and everything being online. And I prefer the hardware of it and the hands.
Exactly. Yeah, the analog way. A lot of people just like the sound of analog too, opposed to digital. You know what I mean? They like stuff that sounds, in that way, and they like to just get it, just get the actual vinyl and take the sample from the vinyl and, play it into the MPC.
I'm throwing my vinyl collection right now.
Yeah, I fuck with vinyl too. I sample a lot of stuff online. I sample stuff from vinyl. I mix it up.
That's what's up. Let me ask you, man. What's your top 3? Hip hop right now, or all time? Let's do all time. Top 3 all time.
What, rappers?
Yeah.
My favorite rappers is Biggie, Nas, and Jay-Z. That's my favorite 3 rappers.
Hey, hold the fuck up. That's the easiest answer.
That's my favorite 3.
That's the man's favorite 3. What about comedians?
Hey, yeah, but it's easy. But all right, comedians. Richard Pryor.
Richard right there. Richard.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Richard, Eddie, and then I'll probably say Chris Rock. You know what I mean, for body of work.
Who are your top producer influences?
I like that. Yeah.
Top producer influences. I got a lot of them. Dr. Dre, DJ Premier, Q-Tip, the RZA, take you back a little bit, the Bomb Squad, that did all the Public Enemy shit. I love they shit. Just Blaze, Kanye, Havoc. So it's so many people. Like I could list all day. Like so many people like that influenced me. Timbaland too. Like I love Timbo. Like Timbaland, like his drum program is ridiculous. Like the way he programmed his drums.
He beatboxes most of his beats. Do you know he beatboxes most of his beats? He does it with the voice and everything.
I didn't know that, but it makes sense now that you just said that. It makes perfect sense the way the drums sound.
He does it with beatbox, and he beatbox most of it into a microphone and then puts his beats down over it.
Timbo is ridiculous, man.
That's crazy. Timbo fire.
Yeah, Timbo ridiculous. But yeah, all those dudes. Pharrell too. Pharrell, one of those guys too. Like I said, tons of like influences. Organized Noise. They was tight too. Got to get them their love. You know what they did for Outkast and Goody Mob and all that. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people.
All right. So what I'm expecting from you is because what you're gonna come on here again.
Okay.
I want you to expand with your comedy because you're funny as fuck. I thought I was funny. You're funny. I'm a funny nigga. I'm just me, and you're the same as me. Like you got to do something with that.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, man. Like I said, I'm doing the sketches all the time. Like I said, we're gonna start implementing other actors and actresses into the sketches. And then eventually, like I said, I probably will do some stand up in the meantime, somewhere in the near future. So I'm trying to just build on all of this stuff. Like I said, just try to make this entertainment company collectively the best. Period. You know, like we dominate in all fields of entertainment. That's the goal.
You're in Philly. Is it a Laugh Factory or is it a comedy connection?
I think it's a couple of spaces. I think we got Helium down here. It's a couple of little clubs. I mean, but it's not like a popping comedy scene. Not in Philly. You know what I mean? But it's a few clubs here that people frequent. So I definitely will probably try out at one of those. So fuck around in there and see what's happening.
And you won't be nervous, right?
Hell no. Hell no. I got to get it going. Ain't no time to be scared. You scared, go to church.
Hey,
And that's on Sunday.
That's why I like you. Yeah, but today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday, and I ain't go today. Sorry, God, I ain't go. But shit,
Hey,
SoulFul Sunday. SoulFul Sunday.
SoulFul Sunday. Shit. Well, at least I'm gonna try to get some soul food. I might eat some black eyed peas or some shit. Try to make that right.
Collard greens.
Little collard greens. Little something. Keeping it real.
But do you have a skit like made already that you would perform?
What, like
a comedy skit?
Comedy skit. Well, I got those them videos. If you watch those are all Johns I write. So yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah, so that's what I have. I'm releasing those, and a couple other things are coming together. I'm just building on it creatively, trying to make sure it's as funny as possible. But it's gonna be good. I mean, once you see it, I'm sure y'all gonna get some good laughs out of it. So we're gonna work on them. They're gonna be out. So I got another one on the way probably this week. So yeah, just stay tuned.
Yeah. Send that because I like to laugh. So.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man! I'm definitely sending it on over to you.
Yeah, send that to me. Direct message, DM. Yeah. Hey, but beforehand, because I'm gonna let you know.
Oh yeah, shit. Nah, but I stand by my shit. I don't put out no bullshit.
Yeah, I
mean?
I've seen it so far. Yeah, I've seen
it. Yeah. I don't fuck around. I try to approach the comedy thing the same way I approach the music, where it's like high quality and nothing else. I ain't coming out with no mid.
I was mad that you didn't have so much of it because what you got out is already fire.
Yeah. I just got a couple of those sketches.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, this nigga need to do more.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more, bro.
Fire. Yeah.
I'm trying to do more, but we're trying to drop a lot of shit. We're gonna be dropping that. We got more projects on the way from the music front, so it's a lot of shit on the way. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I like that.
Man, we commend you, man. We're proud of what you got going on, man.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Things going on, man. I love to see black success, man. Hell yeah, y'all boys making West Philly proud.
Yeah, man, we're trying our best, man. Trying our best.
What would your first, not your first step, but your best encouragement be to a new artist coming into your studio?
To just try to work hard and to be a student of the game, be a student of the craft. Like if you're playing basketball, you should look at the best. Whether it's Jordan, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Kobe, whether it's whoever. Like these are the dudes that were the best at it. So you should look at those people and say, yo, that's what I should be aspiring to be like. You should be a student of the game. We should watch what they did well, what they didn't do well, so you can improve on it. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people don't care. They just use hip hop as a get rich quick scheme. They don't have any love or passion for it. Like if you ask them about a classic Nas record or an Outkast record or a Mobb Deep record or, a Snoop record, they won't know it.
They trash it.
Mm-hmm. They don't have any respect for it because it's just like, man, fuck that shit. I don't care about that. I'm just trying to get a big booty bitch in a new car. You know, and that's and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm trying to get one too, but shit, you know, we need to focus on the music. Let's focus on the music first.
Hey, I like this nigga. Hey, you gotta I like this nigga.
I'm trying to do that shit too. I ain't ruling out the big booty bitch in the car. You know what I mean? We all want that. But, you know, we got to love the music too. You know what I mean? We got to get that down. You know what I mean? Let's get that going.
And you gotta love the big booty.
What do you think of Jello right now?
Jello? Oh, man. Well, he's doing this fucking knockoff No Limit shit from like, you know, 98, 99 No Limit Cash Money shit. And the records ain't bad. I heard them. They not bad. He's just doing it like everybody else is, using it as a means to get finances.
He's taking advantage of the moment.
Taking advantage of the moment. Like, I ain't gonna beat him up, and we ain't beating up all these other niggas that's doing it. You know what I mean? Is they just using it as a get rich quick scheme, and so is he, just trying to get paid. You know, he might have passion for hip hop. I don't know. Like, he might have a passion for hip hop. He might not be. He might be able to list off his favorite song for Reasonable Doubt. Who knows? But you know, he's just trying to take advantage of the moment. He's using his celebrity to his advantage. That whole family, what their dad was able to do, I commend them for being able to put his sons in the position to be able to win in athletics, and now he's winning in the music industry. It's all good. You know, let's just see how long it lasts. I mean, because we done seen these dudes come and go. You know, so you know, let's just see how long.
One last question: Drake and Kendrick beef.
Mm.
What you think about that?
I feel like okay.
That's my last question, and then
I feel a little indifferent about it, just to be honest. Well, I feel like Kendrick's a dope MC. Drake's cool too, but I just feel like it wasn't a great hip hop battle. Let's keep it real, because if we're gonna start talking about with Drake, people always say Drake not even a rapper, so we can't make him conveniently a rapper.
He's a pop artist, yeah.
We make him a pop artist, but we can't conveniently make him a rapper just to add validity to Kendrick's win. Like, oh, he killed a top rapper. Like, he got Drake. You know, Drake make passion fruit and shit. You know, that's what he do. That's what he make. And that shit cool. All the women love it. You know what I mean? You know, shit. Hey, I'm gonna put some Drake on before Kendrick. I'm trying to get some pussy. You know, we ain't gonna be talking about the revolution.
I'm gonna play both. Yeah.
Yeah, the revolution ain't getting you no pussy unless you fucking Sister Soldier. You know, what you got to do? You better put on some of that shit. You know what I mean? And Drake do it. All these girls like Drake. So I'm gonna definitely go with Drake if we start talking about it's time to fuck. You know what I mean? If we trying to, you know, go against police brutality, I'm gonna put Kendrick on, you know. You know, he fighting the power and shit, you know, so I get with that. But
you gotta stop at Smoothie King first.
Yeah. Gotta mix it up, you know what I mean? Mix it up a little bit. But yeah, like, I mean, going back to it, I feel like it was cool. It was a good moment. You know what I mean? Everybody was able to, you know, tune into it. It was good that hip hop was getting some kind of spotlight, because it was pretty much a down year last year, I feel, from a hip hop perspective or hip hop output. If you ain't talking about what the OGs was doing, like a lot of the OGs dropped some good music. Young artists here and there. It was a good moment. But I just feel like you can't put it in the great hip hop battles, because this dude is really not a rapper. We can't make him a rapper one moment and then he a rapper not the next moment. You know, but we're gonna make him a rapper just so we can give Kendrick's win validity. Like, oh, Kendrick killed Drake. You gotta think Drake is this and that. Is he a rapper or is he not a rapper? Let's make up our mind. We can't just say he is one, so we could be like, all right, Kendrick killed the best rapper. Like, he got Drake, the passion fruit nigga.
All right, so
shout out to it. It was great. But like, what I would like to see if you start talking about Kendrick, I would like to see him take on like some of these niggas that's really rappers, and see if he could do that shit to them. You know, I don't know if he could. Now he might be able to. He might be able to.
So how you feel about J. Cole dropping out?
J. Cole, man, that was just some light skinned shit, man. You know, he got nervous, man. That moment got too big for him, man. I feel like,
but I heard, nigga, I heard there was like, Kendrick had a conversation with J. Cole. It's like, yo, this between me and Drake, because they're all friends.
Yeah.
J. Cole is friends with both of them. They're not.
Yeah,
all friends.
they was all friends initially. You know,
Yeah.
like I remember back in high school when Kendrick dropped that first like mainstream album and Drake was on it, Poetic Justice.
Yeah. I
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
so they all have been associates for a while.
But
Um,
I watched a documentary. I can send it to you too. Where
okay,
there's
cool.
like
I'll fuck with that. I'll check it out.
there was like Kendrick and J. Cole had a conversation. It was like, and Kendrick was like, "Yo, just stay out of this," because they've been throwing shots at each other for the longest. Drake and Kendrick. So.
And I feel like for Kendrick did what he wanted to do, and he did what he's supposed to do in that battle. Where he like, hey, I'm gonna come out and make it happen. Because you gotta think, let's keep it real. Kendrick, people consider him a great rapper. You got some niggas that'll go as far as saying he's the greatest rapper of all time. Now I ain't gonna go that far, but Kendrick is a dope MC. He's a dope MC. Kendrick is a dope MC. You know, because recency bias is crazy, but he's a dope MC.
Yes.
But when you start talking about Drake, a guy, like I said, going back to it, being the passion fruit nigga, you better not lose to him. That's like Michael Jordan playing a pickup game, losing to an Amazon driver.
Yeah.
Like, he can't do that. This nigga don't even play in the league. You better beat him. You better whoop his motherfucking ass.
Have no choice. And
you got
Drake
no choice.
Still gonna be relevant.
Drake gonna be relevant because the people.
Loss. Yeah.
Because he got them fans that wear high heels. That's what he got. They gonna support that rain, sleet, or snow.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They don't care. No girl care about that shit. You know what I mean? Oh, who got the best rhymes? That's some old battle rap shit. When you start talking about women, they just like, who got the catchy shit I can sing along to in my car? That's all they care about. I don't care about none of that shit. Now, amongst the fellas, niggas could be like, oh, he lost, but he gonna be good.
There's more women in the world than men.
There's more women. And then what women do, women pay for shit. Niggas always looking for a hookup. You know, shit, women be like, they'll buy the shit. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I like this shit. I like that. Nigga like, oh, shit, well, let me get one for this. I got $20. I got $5. Let me get that, Nah, so you got the women that's supporting you. Hey, keep feeding them the material that they want. You know what I mean? I think he gonna keep doing it. He just dropped the project, I think, not too long ago.
Yeah, he dropped the project. Play Cardi. Yeah, Cardi.
Yeah, I think it was Party Next Door.
Party Next Door.
Yeah. Party Next Door. Yeah. Cardi dropped the project though. He did. A lot of niggas was talking about that. He dropped that jump.
Kendrick's on the Playboy Cardi.
He is on Cardi's album.
Playboy Cardi.
Yeah,
Kendrick.
Yeah. Kendrick on that shit. Yeah, Kendrick having a moment right now. Where it's like he is the guy. Like the fact that you still hearing Not Like Us, and it came out last year and they still playing it like it's new. The last time I heard a record that just wouldn't go away like that, that's just still staying in the mix, was probably Happy by Pharrell. I remember I just heard that shit for like a year straight, like Pharrell, like I'm happy. Like I kept hearing that shit. That Not Like Us shit is like that.
Yeah.
So, it's out there. That whole GNX album. The GNX album was dope. I listened to it. It's a lot of dope. He got like the hyphy Oakland style to it. He's spitting on air. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a dope album.
I think that's a pre-album.
You think he got another album coming out?
I think that's it. Yeah. I think he about to drop some shit.
What you think that want to be about? You think that'd be more like To Pimp a Butterfly? More some radical soul brother type of shit?
I think it'd be like Good Kid, Mad City.
To me, that's his best album. Like I love Good Kid, Mad City. I will say is a hip hop classic. Like that is it's really no weak song on that album. Like that whole album is phenomenal. Like that is a classic album. I feel like after that, like with Kendrick, it's been cool. Like I mean, none of them albums like wowed me after that. That was the last album by his that like wowed me. Like that album came out, I was like, damn. Like
I think he dropped that album GNX just to get his shit off from Drake, and then just so he don't have to speak on it on the album that he's really gonna drop. I think that was a pre-album.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. I ain't mad at that. I feel it's there's probably some truth to that.
Yeah.
So it is. We're gonna stay tuned now, because that's what it is.
Yeah. Cause I'm
Uh,
gonna stay on your ass. Yeah, we gonna stay on.
Yeah, let me know. We're gonna see what's happening. Because I mean, we in March right now. He probably had dropped for the summer, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a summertime drop, probably June.
Yeah, yeah. He probably definitely a drop in the summertime.
Yeah. All right, Mister, end this out.
Close out, man. All right, man. We appreciate you being here with us, brother, man. Anytime you want to come back, anytime you got some shit you dropping, bro, go ahead and plug us in so we can goddamn give it to the people, bro. Before we
Thank y'all, man.
before we get you out of here, man, you got any closing statements for anybody, anyone? Shout outs or anything like that?
Shout out to the whole Dead Wrong team. You know, we just gonna keep on plugging away, keep on grinding until we reach our ultimate goal of what we're trying to accomplish. And to any artists out there, just keep your head up, stay focused. Know that this is a battle, know that this is a fight, but you will come out on the other side of it, especially if you got talent, you got God on your side. Just stay focused. You know, just like I said, it's a battle, but the thing is, you definitely come out on the other side victorious. If you keep your faith in God, if you keep your faith in your music, if you keep your faith in your long-term vision, yeah, you know, it all turn out well for you. So, you know, we on our way and we all just trying to grind and get there. So just keep on pushing.
Keep on pushing. I like that. I like that. Any closing statement you Matt?
I think we had a nice cast tonight, and y'all take care.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Good rapping with y'all, man. I enjoy being up here, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
I gotta close it. Hey, I gotta close the statement. Hold up.
Closing statement,
right.
be you.
Hey, Azzan. Hey, I ain't know what to expect from you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to expect from you. This nigga might be a wild nigga. He might be a cool nigga. But you both.
There you go, right?
Yeah, but you both, and you know, I like that, you know, and you're yourself. And nigga, my name is VU, so I like people that be themselves, and I love it. I love the energy, and I want you to be back on here with us, actually, and because I want to see your growth actually when you start your comedy, and we gotta stay in touch. We gotta stay in tune. And I'm glad, like, I went through, hey, I want to shout out King Shemps, too, because that's who I found you through. And then Roxanne, because I found you through Roxanne and King Shemps. So, so I want to shout them out, too. And, yeah, bro, like, yo, hey, this was a genuine conversation, and I loved it.
Yeah, me too, man. This shit was cool, man.
Yeah, it was dope. I don't know if you was nervous, but you know, people get nervous jumping on this shit, like, you know. But we make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, y'all some cool dudes, man. Y'all real professional, real thought out, well read people. You know what I mean? You know, and I appreciate that. Y'all real professional with it too. You know what I mean? With the questions and the way y'all designed them. You know, it was really, really, really cool.
Oh, that's him. That's Mister. He the professional. Hey,
I can tell my man up there. You know,
I'm the crazy one.
That's why he the top box. You know.
Yeah. This nigga got the fucking big fucking square. But I'm gonna ask you some shit. You'll know. Yeah. So yeah.
Straight up. Nah, yeah. Appreciate being up here, man. It was great.
All right, Mister.
Yeah, man. All right, man. We appreciate y'all listeners, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know that when we go live. Until next time, man, continue to art for change. Peace and love.
Thanks, guys.